The following trailer is rated AF for April Fools. You hailed Batman the Animated Series as the greatest cartoon ever made. You dismissed the Batman for not being the animated series. You scoffed at Brave and the Bold until Campy Batman was cool again. Now, revisit the Batman cartoon that you completely forgot existed. Beware the Batman. Welcome to Gotham City, a world several years ahead of its time, where all the tech is sci-fi flavored and the streets are abandoned like Thanos was 5 years early. Fighting crime on these empty streets is the Batman, with about 30% more Sherlock Holmes DNA than usual.
No knife. Best bet is the backup piece.
You'll attempt Wild Haymaker. Employ elbow block.
Whenever you call Alfred Major, your voice lowers and you unconsciously look up.
The ring is gone, but the lighter skin where it once sat suggests that you spent some time abroad.
What do you see?
I see crime.
What do you see?
Everything.
He's an obsessive asshole so obscenely rich that his bike turns into a jetpack, and so paranoid that Wayne Manor is lined with anti-aircraft missile turrets.
I need a new security system.
Also, he eats cow sweat and wood for some reason.
What's that smell?
It's Parajat bark. I own this restaurant.
Watch as the series actually gives Bruce Wayne defined character arcs, starting as a loner recluse who pushes everybody away, makes trap master plans that fail out of hubris, regresses into a rage-fueled shut-in if Alfred ever goes on vacation, and bat-splains everything to the people around him.
Putting out a fire with a bigger fire. Rudimentary physics.
But then he learns to work with and rely on others, inspires and recruits other heroes, and starts actively trying to make new friends, who then turn out to be supervillains. Baby steps, guys. Baby steps. You love Batman's endlessly iconic villains like Mr. Freeze, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and the Joker. Well, too bad! Since you've seen those villains a million times, watch as Beware dredges up and reinvents the most obscure villains they could find to give viewers something new, like Professor Pig and Mr. Toad, animal rights activist serial killers, because PETA is just the worst.
Do you know how many birds had to lose their plumage so you could look atrocious?
Magpie, a split-personality klepto-stalker inspired by Lady Gaga, in a series that aired after Lady Gaga stopped being relevant. Humpty Dumpty, a minor side character from a single graphic novel, reimagined as Jigsaw. Metamorpho, the requisite tragic villain mutated into a shape-shifting monster for banging a rich guy's daughter, who tries to commit suicide in his first appearance? Jesus Christ, and Batman's newest pale-faced arch-nemesis.
You, the Black King, representing order, and I'm anarchy.
A creepy-ass fanboy so obsessed with Batman that he stole the animated series utility belt, devoted to being Batman's equal and opposite as an agent of chaos because it was 2013 and The Dark Knight was still the biggest Bat thing ever. You'll groan at his first appearance where he whines over not being taken seriously.
You have no idea what an honor it is to be chosen as my enemy. It's a really big deal.
Then wonder what the hell happened when his second appearance has him con the League of Assassins into releasing a super virus. This is why you don't shit-talk your villains, kids. They just come back pissed off. But Batman won't face these D-listers alone. Well, at first he will, but the first several episodes end with the bad guys getting away, so he'll recruit some backup. Watch as the show bypasses the Robins you've seen literally everywhere else in favor of Katana, a sword-wielding assassin sidekick with a troubled past who somehow doesn't get recognized when her costume is a domino mask on her street clothes. Bitch about Clark Kent's glasses now! Joining their crusade is Alfred, who finally gets to use that retired spy backstory from the comics. Oracle, a teenage Barbara Gordon still voiced by Tara Strong, who controversially becomes Oracle without being shot or sexually assaulted. And Commissioner Gordon, who you won't hear the same way once you realize he's voiced by Red Foreman.
Are his parents cult members or hippies or something? Stay here. I need to make sure my guys aren't on a donut break.
Give me my daughter.
My foot is about to drill a hole in your ass.
Together, this Bat family will take on a vitally important mission, snarking and quipping to keep up the levity while Batman broods.
They won't kill us, they'll just take us hostage. It's all good.
Nice work, Katana. Thank you, Batman.
From Cold War warrior to analyzer of sneaker goo.
What do I call you? Mr. What is that?
Even the Bat computer gets in on it.
Last known address of Humpty Dumpty.
A wall.
I'll rephrase.
So discover this underrated Batman cartoon with gorgeous action, compelling ongoing arcs, developing characters, sweet music, and a sleek visual style that brought obscure characters to the mainstream before they popped up everywhere else, and tried to balance the grit of Nolan with high adventure, where a tense mystery plot full of suspense and intrigue is side by side with Batman helping Manhunter fight an army of exploding robot clones, and where an epic 4-part Deathstroke storyline is broken up by the wacky hijinks of Barbara's first date. But for all the show's ups and downs, it fought hard to do something new with Batman in a time of Bat oversaturation, and might have had more time to find itself if it aired on a different network, because Cartoon Network refused to advertise the show, frequently interrupted its run with reruns, pulled the show without saying a word so that some episodes hit DVD before they had aired, and those ended on a cliffhanger, left the show in limbo for months with no word until Toonami started airing the children's cartoon in the dead of night, until finally Cartoon Network actually forbade Toonami from ever airing the show again, canceling freaking Batman midway through his first season to fill his time slot with more reruns of Teen Titans Go! Because forget Ra's al Ghul or Anarchy, this Batman's greatest nemesis is toddlers.
Batman is making you and your private army look like, to borrow a phrase, a confederacy of dunces.
Starring an indestructible Batmobile, ludicrously impossible gadgets,
The suit is a bomb.
What? Why didn't it explode?
Frequency jamming disk.
snarky villains,
Pity. I'm afraid he's still breathing.
Are you mad?
Without question.
Batman! With a Batman! He's ruined these trousers.
daddy issues,
Your father...
Do not talk to me about my father.
I only have one real friend, and even you chose to walk away from me.
Your sons have come home, Alfred, and you replace me with this?
romantic interests that turn out to be evil,
Sapphire, we shouldn't be doing this here.
Like father, like daughter.
I told you I could cook. She doesn't suspect anything.
surviving falls that would totally kill you, Pig and Toad murdering the other villains off-screen mid-season. Yeah, that totally happened. And, oh boy, Season 2 will revolve around the Outsiders. Wait. Beware the Batman's executives. These poor guys spent half the season building up Harvey Dent as Two-Face, only to get canceled before they could actually use him as Two-Face.